What the hell is this about? This is about Gunther, bro. Ever since Gunther rose up the ranks in professional wrestling, rewind that. And now ever since Walter rose up the ranks in professional wrestling, he displayed a high class of technical wrestling, high class character, and a whole great understanding of professional wrestling in itself. It is no wonder that people have gravitated towards him since the beginning, and it's not like he's some mega draw or whatever Stone Cold Steve Austin 1999 type stuff. I'm just saying, as a pro wrestler, Walter is out of this world. You know, he's one of the greatest pro wrestlers in recent years. It's not even overrating him. He has a lot of classics under his belt. I think in terms of collection in the last 3 years, I think he has the very best collection of matches in WWE. No doubt about it. So once Triple H took over, it felt like it was only a matter of time before he'd win the title. His IC title reign was dominant. It was filled with great matches, promos. His characters improved tremendously as well, which I like as well. You know, he actually focuses on all facets of his wrestling character or his gimmick or whatever the hell you want to call it. I actually think it's a great thing that he's improved his character a bit. Well, not improved, he fleshed it out more, so he's more arrogant in a high-class way. You know, the other day he's like, I'd rather be homeless than live in Cleveland. He didn't just say Cleveland sucked. He's adding something different to it. So when he won the title at SummerSlam, I thought, it was going to happen, you know. We all knew that Gunther was bound to win the World Championship. Why? It's his destiny. It's his destiny. That's the storyline here. Did I think he would probably win it at Bash in Berlin? Yes, obviously. But then they just decided to go straight for SummerSlam. You know, they want to go with the red hot momentum. I always knew that it was a matter of time that it would happen. You most likely did as well. But I also know the fact that this guy is not losing the title anytime soon. It's just unimaginable that this guy is going to lose the title this year. Maybe even next year. I don't even know. But WWE has basically teased that Gunther's title reign is going to be the biggest in recent years. At least the reason why I say that is because Gunther has, he has final boss energy, and WWE understands that. They see that as well, and they're gonna go all out to make sure that this title reign is one of the biggest. Just yesterday's Raw gave me high hopes in the title reign due to the fact that they gave him Randy Orton for his first match. Now, Randy Orton is a SmackDown wrestler, obviously, but they obviously pushed him here to finish their story from 3 months ago. I will say also that WWE giving Gunther Randy Orton as his first opponent shows that they're going all in. It's clear as day, because they could have given him the Damian Priest rematch here, or even Ilya Dragunov, who is eventually most likely going to have a title shot because of his rivalry, but they went straight for the top. They went straight for Randy Orton. They gave him that title shot, and it shows you, hey, we are going to push this guy to the very top. That match is bound to be good. You know, it's in Berlin, Germany. Germany is the place where Gunther established himself as a great talent, as one of the best in the world, and it's going to be a nice homecoming for him. People are going to be like, oh, he's from Austria. It's next to Germany, bro. Think about it. He established himself there. His favorite football team, one of his favorite football teams, my least favorite, is from there. So it's going to be a nice homecoming there. I'm very eager to watch that match. It feels like there's more to come, you know, in much bigger and grander ways. I thought they could have given him Seth Rollins here, which would have been big in itself, but they went straight for Randy Orton to save Seth Rollins later on. It's obviously going to be a good match, hopefully. I think Gunther's going to go all out back in Germany, Berlin. They're going to have a great main event, you know, international crowd, Almanian crowd, the German crowd. What follows? There's Seth Rollins, obviously. Seth Rollins is a big opponent for him, you know. You could have that match even at WrestleMania, perhaps. They might have it on a sideshow, you know. Seth Rollins, Damian Priest. The rematch is impending. That rematch is going to happen eventually, obviously. And who knows? Because Damian Priest has been a very good face at the moment. He's improved tremendously. Who knows? They might have the rematch later on, and he'll have even more momentum. I don't expect him to win the title, obviously, but I expect it to be a more heated main event as opposed to SummerSlam, which was kind of heated. I just think it could be more so in the future. There's also other guys they could add to the challengers list. Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, perhaps. We'll see how things go, but one of the biggest challengers, most definitely, they're going to have him face, I guess, it seems most likely, is John Cena. John Cena admits his final WWE run, challenging for potentially the 17th world title against the final boss of Raw, the Ring General. That's a big-ass match. Just think about that for a moment. John Cena versus Gunther for the title. It could happen at WrestleMania. It could happen at SummerSlam. We don't know when. But that's a big story in itself. And they're most likely gonna do it because it's too big of a story to ignore. I also expect Gunther to have some side title matches in the sense of like matches on Raw, perhaps against the likes of Jey Uso, Ilya Dragunov, maybe in a pay-per-view, I don't know. And the whole reason why I'm talking about Ilya Dragunov is because he's a very big rival of Gunther's, the biggest in WWE. They're on the same brand, so obviously makes sense to pair them eventually in the future, right? Finn Balor could probably challenge later on. I think if Finn Balor were to challenge for it, he'd challenge for it early on. Gunther basically guarantees WWE most likely good to great matches on a weekly, on a monthly basis on pay-per-view. They're going to feel grand and big because he's the final boss. That formula works for the most part. It worked with Roman Reigns. Obviously, the title reign was a bit too long, but that formula worked a lot. Other than that, I will say I'm very interested in this title reign because it feels grand already. You know, he just won the title a couple of days ago, yet it already feels like a big title reign. And it's not like he's trying to fit the mold of a champion. The title already matches his shoulder already. You know, it's not like he's trying to fit the role of a world champion. He feels like the world champion already, and it was only a matter of time before he won that title. I'm very eager to see this title reign. I hope it actually ends up being good. There's a lot of good matches potentially with the likes of all these guys that I mentioned, but the biggest is obviously the John Cena match, so we'll see. Alright, what you guys think of this video? Make sure you hit the chop on the like button and perhaps the power bomb on the subscribe button. Peace. I'm out.